I absolutely love Moonglow's beautiful jewelry. Visit their website at moonglow.com. Hello, fabulous Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2014 General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here and Happy New Year. This month starts off with a very interesting new moon taking place, and I do think that this is going to speak to the overall tone for all of us, not only for this month, but also for the coming year as well. And so for more complete picture of a lot of the issues that are going to come up this month, you may want to watch the 2014 general overview videos once again. But for now, I do want to start off by saying that it does look like, when I look at the sky for you, that as soon as the month begins, it's very much about interactions, it's very much about conversations and communications. And it does look like, in all honesty, I'm going to just put it out there, because it does look like the likelihood of you having some sort of interaction, most likely with someone who is considered sort of your equal, especially in the family dynamic. So this could be a sibling, it could be a cousin as well. It looks like some sort of interaction there sort of rubs you the wrong way, if you will. And it's going to be up to you to decide why this is, to uncover why it is. And there is some digging for you to do as part of this trend. And the work is definitely going to be worth it, because there is a need for you right now, and especially as the year begins, especially as we look at the trends for the coming year, actually, there is a need for you to sort of be digging for much of this year. It does look like you are bringing into alignment a sense of responsibility for yourself, for your happiness, and a sense of groundedness with how you are going to approach your life and your future, with an understanding of the things within you that maybe hold you back, the small things you do that maybe sabotage some of your best stated intentions. And this is really where I think about this idea of, I'm reminded as I look at the sky for you of Carl Jung and the way that he understood the psyche. Now, the way that he understood the psyche, I mean, it's very complex, much, much more than I can cover in a brief horoscope for a month ahead. But what I will say is, when I look at the sky, think about this idea of how Carl Jung talked about how we have this subconscious, right? And part of that subconscious is the collective unconscious, but it's really the majority of our psyche is this part of us that is hidden from us, sometimes considered part of the shadow self. And then we have the conscious part, the part that says, this is who we are, this is what we're doing, this is what we're good at. And there are brief moments in time when this pathway is formed between the unconscious, between the shadow self and our conscious awareness. Now, when that pathway is particularly wide and that awareness comes on particularly quickly, it can be overwhelming. However, most of the time, those pathways are narrow enough, we can feel the awareness coming on with enough time to sort of prepare us on levels of consciousness so that the process can end up being one of integration, what he called eventually individuation, where you really step into yourself with a sense of self-knowledge, understanding who you are, what motivates you on deeper and deeper levels, and this process helps us to fully step into who we really are. And so this is a very, very sort of brief synopsis, an over-synopsis, if you will, of some of his understanding of the psyche. And when I look at the sky for you, I do think that you are engaged in this very process of bridging the shadow self with the conscious self as well. And so this is an important part of individuation. This is an important part of you understanding who you are, what it is maybe that you really believe that ultimately is getting in the way of the experiences you wish to have, and how what it is deep buried within your psyche that is actually coloring a lot of your perceptions and also coloring the way in which you express who you are and the way in which you interpret what is happening around you and the communication, the information that's coming at you as well. And this is particularly true in the context of your interactions with siblings or cousins or other people whom are considered your peers on the level of family, and possibly even some of your neighborhood, your interactions with your neighbors may be part of facilitating this awareness as well. Suffice it to say, though, ultimately this work is yours, this awareness is yours, and the gift is yours as well. The gift of awareness and the work you do to create that bridge between the unconscious and the conscious ultimately is going to be your responsibility and your work to do. But the thing that I really like for you this month is that you can see how all of this is actually going to contribute towards your greater happiness, your greater success, and your greater ownership for the happiness you wish to experience, your greater ownership for your choices, and creating a situation where those choices are much more conscious and rooted in love rather than in your fears, rather than the shadow self, the part that you deny is part of you, which we all have. Rather than having that motivate you, you can choose instead to have love motivate you. You can choose instead to have a vision of self that is rooted in a sense of clarity, a sense of vision, a sense of purpose as to where you're going, and a sense of your higher ideals. This is very valuable work, and this work is really going to set the stage very nicely and very profoundly for more positive outcomes ahead. Once you understand your true intentions, you can change them. Once you understand your motivations, you can work with them, you can heal them. And that's when a direct path from you and where you are now and the life you most desires becomes more clear and becomes that much more swift to travel. Visit our fabulous sponsor at moonglow.com. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Be fabulous and enjoy.